What is the pettiest thing you've done after a breakup?
Ooh.
All right. Once again, I love these because they just make me feel good.
Yeah, good way to
All
kick it
right.
off.
I've got a bone to pick. Okay. So all my friends, all my brothers, all my sisters, all my family out there that works in hospitality is going to know how I feel about this. Okay.
Quick little update, Jake, on we like to talk about the World Cup.
World Cup.
World Cup. Very famous fitness influencer, the Liver King.
Oh, Brian Johnson.
Yeah, Brian Johnson. Little backstory. He Yo, Relatable's gang is growing.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm all for it.
All for it.
And you know what, Jake? We're not going to dilly-dally, mate. They're here for a good listen to get through the next 45 minutes to an hour.
You guys don't want to hear no chit-chat at the start.
I know what I'm asking Jake how his day is. No one cares, man. All right, can we jump straight into it?
That's just rude. Let's go straight into it, though. All right. So, start off segment this week is, what is the pettiest thing you've done after a breakup?
Ooh.
All right. Once again, I love these because they just make me feel good.
Yeah, good way to
All
kick
right?
it off.
So if you guys, look, you guys are all going to feel really good about your lives after this.
Okay.
All right. I waited until 15 minutes before the new season of Game of Thrones started to change the password on my HBO account that I knew he was still using.
Bro, that one's thought out too.
I know. Imagine, you break up and you're thinking, fuck. And then the patience you've got to have as well.
If you've been thinking, fuck this bitch for like a week or two, or fuck this guy for a week or two,
my
how can I
God.
get him back? And she's really planned that one out. Imagine if that happened to you, but
I saw the comments says you should have waited till 15 minutes into the episode.
and
Because then it would have logged him out and said you need to log back in.
What would you do? Like well, you can't really do it. Would
Do
you
you reckon
message her?
you'd know straight away?
Or you'd say your account has been deactivated, or you've lost access to your account, and you'd know it's hers.
You'd try. It'd be like, you need to log back in. Do you reckon you'd be like, fuck, she changed her password? And you can't even be mad.
You'd have to copy
You have to copy the L. You can't message her and be like, why'd you do that? Because it's her account. She pays for it.
You'd be just getting your wallet out crying. It's like, fucking bullshit.
So fucked. All right. Was in a relationship for 2 years. He was an abusive alcoholic that was lovingly manipulative when sober. Broke up with him after having to call the police on him after a rather rough night. 2 weeks later, and I'm staying strong, telling him he has to be sober for at least a year before I would ever consider giving him another chance. For the first time, I stuck to my no, which was new for him, and he very much did not like it. Yeah. Cue him spilling that he had been cheating on me for 2 months with a girl he had sworn he was just friends with. 2 months later, I'm going through a junk drawer of mine, and I found that I still had his spare car key. I am not an angry person day to day, and I honestly don't even wish anything bad towards him. I did, however, move his car 2 blocks every morning for a week, and on the last day after what I'm sure was a week of being late to work and feeling on the verge of insanity, I left his car where he had parked it. I did also, though, turn the volume to max and move everything slightly. So
You think you're going crazy.
Oh, she wrote a long one. Fucking hell, that was heaps long. But so yeah, he comes out, says he cheated on her, and she has a spare key, so he moved his fucking car every what? That's so funny.
Not gonna lie, I kind of rate it.
I think that's funny.
I kind of rate it. Like that's like you don't. You'd be like, what the?
I think like especially.
You'd have to put 2 and 2 together.
You reckon?
Yeah, but imagine
like it has to be her.
The first time you get in your car and just first thing in the morning, whatever, and you put your song on, and he's shit. That would get me.
I've gotten into my dad's car before, like to do something with it, and it's like, and he must have just gotten home from work and been absolutely jamming out or something. I don't know what he was doing, but it was fucking loud as fuck. It was so bad.
No, I rate that one.
No, that's a good one though. I found out my fiance had been having an affair with our neighbor. For the past 6 months. So for the past, this is 8 years. So for 8 years, I've been giving creepy dudes his phone number instead of mine. And his sister gives me his new phone number every time he changes it.
Oh, that's so funny.
That one's good. Imagine just getting, oh my God, phone calls like, oh,
All the time.
I'm
Hey,
the guy
mate.
from the bar last night.
And you know she's getting hit on all the time.
Oh, yeah, then
And
you know.
You probably don't care after a couple of years, but fuck.
Mate, you have to know that that's like her doing it.
That reminds
you
me.
have to know.
I've always like it'd be so petty, but fucking funny. Like imagine if we could just do it with one of the boys, but you broke up with your missus, and you said it was on the news, the Chewbacca competition. Like call up. They posted it all around like on polls and shit around town.
Yeah.
And they said call up with your best Chewbacca impression.
Haven't we? Didn't we want to do that to someone?
Yeah, I reckon we should. 'Cause, like Sony doesn't listen, and then everyone calls him up and just doing a fucking Chewbacca sound.
Even if they do listen, it's not like it's like they'll know that we did it. It's still funny though because they're still just getting phone calls and they're gonna answer them because what if it is something?
I love all the voicemails that you play them and just like.
You let them go to and then they listen to the voicemails and it's people doing their Chewbacca. And don't they say that it's for a radio show?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a competition, and if you the best one wins something.
It's such a smart idea.
That's such a good idea.
That's a good
I
pay
always when we went to Byron, when we went to Queensland, we put just call for a good time, and then one of our mates' numbers, and they actually got texts.
Wasn't
That was Jack.
Oh, it's because it was a universal toilet, wasn't it?
No, I think we did it at like a bar on the wall or
Oh,
something.
right. Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought it was in the toilet on the chalkboard.
No, that was Byron.
Oh, okay.
All right. I loosened all the seams on his pants and shorts so that whenever he sat down, they'd rip open.
Bro. Does that work?
So, like, I have no idea. It must have been wearing tight pants.
Yeah,
Because I reckon, like,
Man's
mine
wearing
would-
skinny jeans or something, mate.
Bro, but imagine so you break up and then every single pair of pants she did
That's
it to. So you have to
fucking
go buy
petty.
all new pants.
That's really
That is so
and time
petty.
consuming though. Like
Oh.
value to man.
It's kind of genius.
Funny, very funny.
Kind of genius, I reckon. All right. After the guy I was dating gave me the silent treatment for a week while we lived together, and then I found out he was cheating on me, I hid all his protein powder in his dirty laundry. He called the cops, and about 3 weeks later, then they showed up to my house. Like, he called the cops about having me stolen the protein powder. And I informed them that it wasn't stolen, and if he had done his laundry in the last 3 weeks, he would have found it.
Oh,
Bro, that one's fucked.
there's
So
many-
he's just a grub, though.
Firstly, how much protein does this man have to call the cops?
Yeah, what? And why call the cops over that? I would just buy more protein.
Yeah, and secondly, that reminds me of someone who lives downstairs.
He's lucky he's got Jess, eh?
Oh,
He's
man.
lucky he's got Jess.
Doing your laundry. That one's petty as. That's real bad from him.
That's so
That's
bad.
just funny from her.
Yeah, that is good. He always spoke about how he hated his dad cheating on his mum. So when I found out he cheated on me with multiple women, I went to his apartment and found a photo of us on his bedside table and wrote, "Just like your daddy" on it.
Oh,
That's another, like, that's petty, but that's good.
Oh, man.
That is so good.
you can't be two-faced like that, eh?
Oh.
Say, I value like that so much. I can't believe they did that. And go do it yourself. Yeah, fucking oath.
That's so fucking good.
What is a hypocritical way?
Oh, man. All right. Oh, I read this one before, and this one, it's like,
Sweetie Joe.
it's just fucking funny. Like, this one isn't even petty. Like, this guy straight up deserved it. All right. I let my ex keep our cat that we got together after he begged me, only to have him call me a month later saying he didn't want the cat anymore. When I went to get the cat from our old house, I found that my ex hadn't cleaned the cat litter since before I moved out. I was honestly mad just for the cat's sake. I doubt my ex took care of him at all. A fight broke out after he refused to clean it up, so I ended up dumping the whole litter box on his living room floor and then stormed out. Bro,
Oh,
the only reason I thought this was so funny is because I've had to clean cat litter before, and
I've
nothing smells like that.
really?
Nothing smells like
I've
that.
never been like around a cat like that, eh?
Nothing. I can't even explain to you what it smells like.
Is it that bad?
It smells like the sniffing salts.
Oh, really? Is that bad?
It's so
Oh, it's
bad.
like urine and shit as well as
It's
shit.
so disgusting. They're the grossest things.
What's
ever.
your views on that one's, oh no, that one's a bit far. What's your views on like if a relationship breaks up and you have all this shared stuff together? Is it just like you're not married or anything? Or you've bought her like a big present. I know people like bought their missus like cars and stuff or something, or like a dog.
Yeah. Yeah, you see.
You paid the money, but it's theirs, I guess. What do you reckon?
I think so something like a dog.
Yeah.
If you bought them the dog, then it's theirs. But if you guys got the dog together, then you'd have to make a decision because it's because like you're not going to do weekend for weekend with a dog. Like it's not a custody thing.
I reckon the dog should go with whoever's like, it's going to like one of them more. Whoever does.
Yeah, true. And or like whoever actually has the time for it.
Yeah.
And who's going to love it.
Yeah.
You know, that's a massive thing getting a pet with someone, eh?
Bro, that's like the one step before. That's a massive.
It's huge.
It's like 15
bro.
years.
Do you reckon, because you and I think it's great, do you reckon we're just scared of like commitment? Or like, is it a normal thing to do that? And we're just scared of commitment?
I was actually thinking the other day, because the gym we go to, he has a hectic French bulldog.
That bulldog is the best.
The sickest
I
little.
love French bulldogs.
Just follows him around when he like goes and does stuff as well.
Yeah.
It's just sick. And I was thinking, me and the boys were talking about it. I was like, fuck, I kind of want one, eh? And a pug's like a Povo French bulldog. So,
My family loves pugs.
yeah, I'm thinking about because
They have one.
They don't last that long, you know.
No, they do.
They did pugs. I thought they'd die because they stopped breathing or something.
No. So they last the last one we had, he lasted I think till he was like 13.
Oh yeah, okay.
So pretty old. But they're also like supposed to last even longer, I think.
Oh right, yeah. I reckon
But
they're
a
sick.
dog that doesn't last long is a British bulldog.
That's it. That's what I was
About
thinking.
9 years old, 8 years old.
Yeah.
So I got a couple that I might be coming up. Nah, Kirby's actually coming up on that. And if he dies, I'll probably cry.
Yeah.
I'll cry. No, why don't we just get a dog like Barry? Because we won't have to worry about him dying.
He'll outlive us all.
Mate, he's
No, I'll definitely get one from the pound. I've been thinking about it, but like it is so much effort. Like I do want to I don't have to walk kilometers each day. Like I just got to take him out for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, and you also just don't overfeed the fucker.
Yeah.
You know? Will you rescue one? You'd like to rescue one?
I wouldn't buy it. I'd rescue
I
one.
probably wouldn't buy one either, but you can't rescue something like a pug. They're also sort of like they don't get taken to the pen.
They're sought after.
They're like up here.
No, if you
We want those shitty little crossbred fuckers.
from the streets.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think I'd ever do that with like unless I was married. I don't reckon I'd get a dog with my missus.
Nah, no way. Me neither. But stuff like objects, like a TV, like stuff you've bought together. Like I don't know, just agree on who gets it.
Yeah, pay him out. But some people they're petty. Like no, I get it. Like
True. Some people are so petty.
Like you see,
and you don't find out they're petty till after you break up.
Yeah, well, you see all those marriages that don't work out, and you think they're like, if I don't know, if I'm just naive, I'll just be like, yeah, 50-50 or whatever. But some chicks try and take everything they work for. And
What is with that, eh?
Yeah.
I feel like I would just be so, just 50-50 because it was 50-50.
Yeah.
You know?
That's how
Even if I paid for more or if you paid for more, like, you know, we went in, I don't know, because you're supposed to, you swear you're going to spend the rest of your life together. And it's like, if it ends, it ends. But yeah, why try and take
we both come out of it at the same point. You don't come out better than me because you have a better lawyer or whatever.
Especially if you have kids.
Yeah.
You know, because then the kids see you fight. And then it's like the parents hate each other. And it's like they all try and turn each other on each other. It's all fucked up.
Yeah, it's not good, eh?
No good.
You hate seeing that stuff happen.
But yeah, so that was petty stuff.
Petty.
All right, last time I checked, which was yesterday, we had 98 reviews.
I haven't checked yesterday.
Wait, 2 more reviews.
We're going to say, Jake, we got a little surprise
We got a little surprise
for the listeners when we hit 100.
Oh, yeah. Once we hit 100.
Be following that Instagram too, because we've got a little surprise coming for you guys, because we appreciate every single one of you.
Yeah.
And we want to give back. If we hit it though, it's got to be
Christmas
before
time.
It's got to be before Chrissy.
No, it's going to be on Chrissy.
Yeah, it's got to be on or before Christmas.
Okay.
The gifts will go out on Christmas. We've got to hit 100 before Chrissy. You know?
Oh, right. Oh, we're pushing it forward because we said Christmas morning. Was
Yeah,
what we
Christmas
wanted. That was
morning.
our Chrissy present.
And follow those Instagram because it's going to be worthwhile.
It's going to be worthwhile.
You might get
It's
it.
gonna be
Santa might be
worthwhile.
coming to your house, you know?
Yeah. So pause the episode. Go fucking
5-star and then go off to Instagram, follow that shit as well.
go follow Instagram and you'll be all involved and you'll see what we're doing.
All I can say is big things coming.
Big things
Me
coming.
and Jake love to talk.
Relatables are going. You see, I got a quick shout out to Charlie and Harry, who I work with, who we're really good mates with. But they multiple times they weren't even like together when they said it. They were just like, oh, when you guys make it, can't wait for you guys to make it. Like they're confident, eh? And I was like, yeah, hopefully it happens. And they're like, nah, bro, you got to be. They were like, it's when, not if. It's when. And I was like, thank you.
That's nice, eh?
So nice.
Yeah, I rate that.
But all right, That's enough of that. Enough of the niceties.
Funny business.
Enough of the funny business. I've got a bone to pick. Okay, so all my friends, all my brothers, all my sisters, all my family out there that works in hospitality is gonna know how I feel about this. Okay, so this is a bone to pick with all the friends, I guess you could say, that don't work in hospitality.
Okay,
right?
okay. I'm going to say, you got to be careful these days, Jake. You're treading a fine line these past
Look, I'm
couple
not
weeks.
naming any names. No one knows. I'm not naming where I work. Nothing. None of that business. All right. So here's what happened to me last night. I'm just going to explain what happened to me last night. Okay. So yesterday I worked lunch and dinner. So I started at 11:30 a.m. I got an hour and a half break in between, but I didn't finish till about 1 a.m. So big day for Jake. And but through the night, I didn't know, but my dad's had his Christmas party in the vicinity of where I work. And a couple of the guys, my dad didn't. It would have been funny if he did, but they came out and ended up where I work.
Oh, really?
And it was really funny when I saw them. They were like really drunk. But when I saw them, they were like, oh, they didn't know I worked there. And they were like, what the fuck? And they're like getting photos of me sending it to my dad and shit, which is all funny, yada, yada, yada. And then we called last call and had to like get rid of everyone. And they were like coming up and fuck, two of them wanted one more drink. And because they knew me, they were like coming up and I was like, I can't, like I've closed the bar. I cannot, everything's closed, tills are shut. Like I cannot give you another drink.
Yeah.
You guys have to fucking go. And they were like, come on, man. We want to drink while we look for an Uber for Petey while he's got it. Cause he had to get an Uber back to like Morisset when it was like $250. Oh my God. And he's like older fella, doesn't know how to fucking use his phone and shit. So I was just laughing and then the guy that wasn't getting the Uber or whatever, I like know him really well or whatever. So he was just like talking shit. He's like, oh, you're a fucking wanker. Yeah. Just being real mean. Being funny but mean. And then when they finally left, it was all good. And then about half an hour later, I was cleaning up and I was just getting phone calls from him. Like phone calls. And I was like, fuck off. And I wasn't answering because I knew he was going to ask me for a lift home.
Yeah.
I was like, he's just giving phone. I had like 10 missed calls. And then finally we finished packing up. We're downstairs. We're talking shit for just a minute. Me and the other guys at work. And before we're about to leave. And then he comes and walks past and he's knocking on the door. And I was like, fuck. He's like pointing at me. He's like, you drive me home. I was like, fuck off. I was like, go away. And Harry's going, just do it. He's offering you money. I was like, he lives in Umina. I'm in fucking Terrigal, bro. And I did not. It was 1 a.m.
Did you do it?
Did not want to do it. And then I got out there and he's just hassling. He's like, I'll give you cash. And I was like, fine, bro. I felt bad because he literally just had no other way home.
So you went to Umina?
He was. That's why I got home so late.
Oh.
He was trying to call taxis and he was doing this, that, the other. And so
he
gave me some cash, which is heaps nice. And I just took him. So it's like half an hour there, half an hour back. And I was like, fuck. It's just, so the bone to pick is all these people, okay, Oddie's guilty of this. All my friends are guilty of this. Is just because we work in hospitality and we are still awake late does not mean we want to pick you fucking up from anywhere. Because we just worked for 11 hours, okay? We do not want to stay up even later. That's my bone to pick.
I thought you liked hanging out with me late at night, man.
Bro, like, I mean, it's not, like, I feel, I'll do it. That's the thing is I always do it because it's like, oh, they need a lift home. And like, can you even get Ubers at like 2 a.m.?
From Terrigal a little bit, but not
from Terrigal,
not from,
like not from the train station where I got you guys the other day.
No.
And you guys gave me money, which is nice.
Yeah.
But, oh man, it's just funny. I just think like I would do the same thing.
That's fair.
I would totally do the same thing. And I mean, it's fine. Like the other day when you waited, you were at where I was at, and you waited, and we live at the same house, so it doesn't matter. But fucking hell, man, it was fun. I was just like, last night was funny, and I was just like, oh my God, and he was just.
It's funny because it's like him as well.
Yeah, it was him, and it was just I just didn't expect to see them, and oh man, and then he actually so the girl that I went on that date with, who I told the story about knowing her family and that, he actually her dad was at the Christmas party and told all of them. So then he goes, hey, I heard you've been going on some dates or so. He was giving me shit about that. And I was like, yes, I know. How crazy.
Small world, eh?
So small.
Everything just works around
weird. But yeah, no, it was good.
Wait, that chick's dad, does he work for your dad?
I think he used to. I think this what it was like her dad owns his own electrical
sub
company,
it out or whatever.
and then it just like turned into my my dad. I don't know if they just like bought it or just like you can just use our name and call it like such and such electrical. But I think that he's now left again, but they just use him all the time.
Yeah.
So like they don't have any of that. It's only the company, and then like he's just basically I don't even think he prices jobs. They just give him the jobs.
Yeah. Fair. It's a connection, whatever.
Yeah. But that's my bone to pick, guys. All the people in hospitality are gonna know how I feel. That's all I have to say.
Unrelatable for me. All right, quick little update, Jake. We like to talk about the World Cup.
World Cup.
And a lot's happened, man. And I've woke up. I woke up early this morning, 6 o'clock, and watched. We'll start with that game, I guess.
What time did you go to bed?
11.
11. Nice.
I watched really. If Amelia's listening, she recommended this movie to me. Annihilation, biggest mindfuck ever. I'm finishing it tonight, and I might do a synopsis on it. Side note, but it's really.
Oh, just mindfuck.
Yeah, I was kind of scared by myself. But
why do you always watch scary movies by yourself?
I don't know.
Sus away.
Yeah, I'm just fucked up.
and then you get attached to him, and so you keep watching it.
I was like, I can keep watching all night. But anyway, World Cup, France versus England.
Yes.
France.
See that the thing that sucks about this is I had money on both of them.
So do
to
I.
get into the.
We both have money on the Better app, and I can win 250. You can win 500.
Yeah, I can win $500.
Yeah, from England. Oh no, from France. Sorry, which is kind of
It's
good. Yeah. But the game, pretty good game. England choked. Harry Kane missing a pen to make it 2-2 in whatever minute that was, the 80th minute. And Olivier Giroud, 38 years old, striker up top. Scoring a header. Fuck, he's just everyone doubted him.
He's a beast, mate.
He's just a beast.
I found the first World Cup I watched was 2014.
Yeah.
And he was playing there.
He's been there. He's been around. He's been around. But very good game, very entertaining. I kind of expected France to win. England had a moment after their pen when it was like 1-1. And it was fucking tight. And I was like, England look like they're going to come back here. Let's go. But they always choke. Always.
Really?
And Harry Kane missed a pen, completely skied it. Like, fair enough under the pressure. But...
No, you can't. No.
You need
at this level of the sport,
you need your big...
captain of the England team.
You need your big players to turn up like that.
Exactly.
I would have put Harry Maguire on it. If
Harry
it was,
Kane. Oh, shots fired.
But, yeah, that was good. But also, Morocco beat Portugal. I don't know if that's an upset or not. It kind of is, but I'm all for it.
Ronaldo.
Sui's out.
Sui
is out, which is devastating because that's his last World Cup. And that could be his career over, in all honesty.
He needs to retire.
Yeah,
after this whole like Manchester scandal of him going on Piers Morgan and that.
Well, I don't know if it's legit or not, but I think Saudi Arabia offered him 200 mil per season to just get, which is probably what he'll do. He'll go to somewhere like that.
Well, why not?
And just because he's a bit, but Morocco, African, they could be the first African country to ever win the World Cup, which would be pretty sick.
Who have they got to beat?
They've got France.
See, no, I don't want them to win because I got money on France.
France.
It's all about the cheddar cheese for me.
Yeah, which is that's that side. Which that'll be Morocco playing really good. They're an interesting team, like a good dynamic.
Yeah, right.
And they don't have they do have a few big players, but not like massive ones. They've got like Hakimi and Ziyech and stuff. But other side of the table, Argentina. Fuck, who'd they beat? I forgot.
Who'd they beat?
Yeah.
To get in?
Yeah.
Wasn't Croatia? Oh no, they're playing against Croatia.
Yeah, Argentina versus Croatia in the next one.
Yeah.
That would be a good game.
Oh, they beat Netherlands?
Yeah, they beat. That was a good game. Yeah, shit. Now I remember. That was a good game.
Yeah, right.
Netherlands. Van Dijk missed a pen. I was spewing. That was Argentina. Seemed like grubs button. I was a bit off them after that.
Really?
Yeah, it seemed like a fucking grubby game. Netherlands were giving them back to them and stuff as well, and they were talking shit. I don't know. It was probably stemming from somewhere, but that was a game and a half. If you want to go watch a highlight.
Fuck yeah.
And then Costa Rica. Costa Rica. And in the final was against Argentina. Croatia. Sorry. Croatia. Yeah, I'm getting mixed up.
I feel like
Croatia always turn up.
I was just gonna say, the last couple, I just feel like Croatia has turned up.
Yeah, well,
do they even have any good, like, they just have good chem? They must just have heaps of
Modric just pulls some strings in the midfield. He's such a good player. He just reads the game so well. And he's old too, man. I don't know how old he is, but he's old.
And they beat Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil were out.
I can't believe that. Boy, Brazil, I watched Brazil versus, I think it was Korean Republic, and bro, they just like the Korean Republic was fucking. They were playing really good. Like first 5 minutes, they were passing heaps well, and then Brazil. It's almost like they were just like, yeah, we've let them have their fun for 5 minutes, and they just scored like 3 goals off the bat, and they were like disrespectfully celebrating.
Brazil's year as well.
What's with the celebrations? It was like disrespectful. They were just like, all get in a group and just dance, and it was fucking crazy.
I feel bad. That was the penalty shootout. There was 1-1 in the game, and I can't remember who scored for Croatia, but it hit the centre back. Marquinhos, and Alisson, the keeper, would have saved it if it didn't hit him. So it went straight. It was down the middle, then it hit
deflection.
him, and the keeper like went the other way, and it was just like, oh, too late. And then he also was the one who missed the pen.
Picture of the beast. Oh no!
They would have probably lost anyway, but he was the defining factor that made him lose the pen. He hit the post, so he had a bit of a bad.
That sucks, but
he'd feel horrible as well.
He would feel absolutely horrible about himself. Yeah. This poor bloke. But so we got France versus Morocco.
I'm putting France. I want Morocco. Yeah, well, I only want France to win because of my money, but I'd like to see Morocco go through.
Well, France won the Russia World Cup.
No one's ever won it 2 years in a row.
And no one's ever won it 2 years in a row. So that's why I'm a little worried, because hopefully they're the defining fact. Was Mbappe playing the last one?
Yeah, they're playing a good team. They just don't have lots of depth on their bench because heaps of players like Pogba, Kante, Benzema are out.
Benzema out?
Yeah, he's not playing.
You know, it's all right.
Mate, Giroud's doing his thing.
Yeah, true. We got Giroud. But no, it was Mbappe was too young to play the last World Cup, right?
No, he was though, I think.
He played it?
I'm pretty sure. I think he was.
The Russia one?
I swear I heard the commentator saying. I could be wrong.
Yeah, right.
Correct me. But
what about the fucking... Wait, Qatar gets the banned alcohol, so FIFA had to give, what was it, Budweiser, $70 million?
Really?
Did you know that?
No.
Because they banned alcohol, and Budweiser's a massive sponsor of the World Cup, and they have all them like dispensaries around where you can buy Budweiser. Yeah. So they have basically $70 million worth of Budweiser, like the company had that. Ready and then FIFA had to give them $70 million because like you pay to be a big advertisement. It's so much money for the World Cup because of how many eyes are on it. And so FIFA had to fork out money because Qatar.
I didn't know. That's fair enough.
How gnarly is that?
I don't understand that. It's like
do you reckon there's people out there over there getting wasted still?
Oh yeah.
You reckon?
100%.
Because it's like jail over there. They give you go to jail.
No, I think I could be wrong. I swear you're not allowed alcohol in the stadium. But there's things outside the stadium.
Oh, okay.
Like market stalls.
And you can drink out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
right.
it was like $20 a beer or something, and everyone was just getting like when they opened it. I think I saw a TikTok, so I don't know how accurate that is.
Last night talking about Qatar, and so $20 a beer you're probably accurate because chef at work was telling me he went home one time to Brazil, and he had to go through Qatar, or he had to go somewhere. He ended up in Qatar, and it's a really long flight, the next flight, and he wanted to sleep on it. Yeah. So he had 2 really big Budweisers and 2 shots of Stilichnia vodka. Yeah. Cost him $250.
What?
In Qatar at the airport, yeah. Oh. I was like, what, bro?
Far out.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
It must be, I think it's just because they just don't like alcohol, but they still, I guess, I don't know, they have it because it's money. There's so much money in it.
Yeah, so much. Yeah, it's absurd the amount of money going on over there.
Oh, fuck yeah. All the oil and stuff.
But there's 2 games left.
2 games. I need to actually have it. You want to know what's sad? I haven't watched a game yet.
Yeah, you're a dog. I've watched
highlights.
Oh, yeah. I've watched a couple. I've watched every single highlight, but...
When's the game? When's the next game?
I think Wednesday.
At what time?
It's the same time. There'll probably be a 2 o'clock game and a 7 o'clock game, I think.
7 a.m.?
6 a.m.? 6 or 7 a.m.
I'll wake up for that one then.
Yeah, I think.
Because I fucking...
And I'll have to double check. I could be wrong.
I want to watch these. And then when's the actual final?
I don't know. Probably that weekend. It's Sunday.
All right. Well, we got to watch that.
Yeah, I'll watch the
final.
Definitely. No, it's at 2 a.m. though.
That's all right.
On a Sunday.
Will you stay up and watch it?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I probably will. Yeah, no, I probably will.
I reckon I'll stay up and watch it.
Well, I might wake back up.
Go to bed. Let's go to try and fall asleep. But as soon as it gets dark, try and fall asleep. Set an alarm for 1:30.
Yeah, I won't be able to fall asleep back after that, but
Really?
I don't reckon.
What time will the game finish?
Like 4.
See, that's why we go to bed early. If we fall asleep at like 8 and wake up at like 1, like it's 5 hours. But I'm on 5 hours sleep right now.
Yeah, true.
I'm good.
I need like 8 I'm bad with that.
Yeah,
stuff.
it's just one night.
Yeah,
one night. Just don't even go to work the next
day.
day.
True, I remember thinking, let's do it.
Let's just no work the next day. If it's on a Sunday night, I quite often don't work Mondays anyway.
Yeah,
you have the choice. Think about it. You have the choice.
Yeah, really. Yeah. I'll do it. Let's go. All right, Jake. We have a bit of a discrepancy in the fitness industry.
What did you just say?
Is that a right word? Discrepancy?
Discrepancy.
Is that it?
I think you're looking for the word discrepancy, eh?
Okay, I'm going to do that again.
The word you just... No, you have to keep that in. The word you just said does not exist, bro. Please keep that in.
I already caught so much shit about words I say that don't...
Do you actually?
Yeah, in the right context. I say you don't pick up on them all the time. And
no, I do. I just don't say anything.
Yeah, but that was a bad one.
Because I'm nice.
I really want to edit that out.
No, don't do it.
What did I say?
That's so...
Discrepancy. I was full thinking discrepancy in my head.
Yeah, you were thinking it. You just couldn't get it out. That's all right. The people don't care. Dude, this is relatable. Everyone does this. All right?
Relatable. All right.
Everyone does it.
Maybe I'll stick with it. Discrepancy.
Discrepancy. There's been a discrepancy in the fitness industry.
But anyway, very famous fitness influencer, the Liver King.
Oh, Brian Johnson.
Yeah, Brian Johnson. Little backstory. He claims to have this really multi-millionaire. He says $100 million company.
It does $100 million.
Sells like liver supplements and all this stuff because he promotes eating raw liver and raw meats and raw testicles and whatever. And he says you get to look the way he looks if you do this.
Yeah, so he lives by the 9 ancestral tenets.
Yes.
Which are a bunch of fucking bullshit.
And he says his main thing is you eat this and you can look like this, which is, if you don't know what he looks like he's just juiced up on steroids.
Yeah.
And
he does just look like
he's
that.
dry all the time. He's lean as fuck year round. He's tanned as fuck as well.
Oh, yeah. So tan.
And he's got a lot of muscle mass as well, which is hard to maintain year round and have energy to do all the shit he does for his business and stuff. Yeah. It's just not healthy. And he reckons he's just from this liver supplements doing all this stuff and his 9 ancestral.
Well, he eats liver. He eats all these raw meats, all these organ meats, and he lives by these 9 ancestral tenets. And so yeah, he's claimed natty this whole time, and like the way he sells his supplements is like you can buy all of the liver in that if you can't afford it, or if you don't particularly like the taste, you can buy it in desiccated powdered form or pill form, and then you can take them like that. And so that's one of his brands. He's got multiple brands. He's got like meal replacement bars, protein shakes, other stuff.
And he's been on multiple podcasts.
Oh, and heaps, bro. Like heaps of the biggest ones in the world.
And he goes, everyone asked him, are you on steroids? And he goes, never touch the stuff, never will touch the stuff. I've never done it.
He just blatantly lied.
And he blatantly lied. And the other day, we've often said, I clearly said he's on steroids. Joe Rogan.
We aren't retarded.
Yeah, Joe Rogan said he's on steroids, blah, blah, blah. And he just keeps, but no one, the fact that no one he says he's been doing his diet because he's 40. No one wants to do his diet for 10, 15, 20 years and see if they could look like that. Yeah. That was like it's justifiable.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, it's like no one's going to test it because it's going to take too long. He's got 15 to 20 years before anyone...
Of eating liver or whatever. But in the end, it came out that he's... more plates, more dates. We watched a whole review on it.
Yeah, it was like an hour-long video.
I figured out where you got confused. The first initial one was his personal trainer.
Oh, yeah, no, I know now.
Who was mates with Derek, the more dates, more plates guy.
Yeah.
And he leaked it because it was sort of like he wasn't happy with his name being associated with this big lie when he clearly knew that.
I think that, I don't even know if his name was associated. He was saying, I listened to Joe Rogan's episode with Derek from More Plates, More Dates, and he said... And Joe was asked him why the guy decided to actually get in contact and let you know that he's been lying the whole time. And he was just like, he didn't feel right about fueling this guy's physique and being his personal trainer and then knowing that he's lying to everyone and making all this money. And he's just blatantly lying to everyone. He's the definition of a charlatan is what. In More Plates, More Dates video, this guy does a really, really good definition of a charlatan, which is like, basically, we should look it up, and I don't know. It was. I just highly recommend watching the video.
It's just false and misleading advertising for monetary.
Yeah,
benefit.
Basically, I think what it is, it's like, I'm right, this is wrong, I have the product. Like basically, what he's saying is, if you eat liver and do all this 9 ancestral tenets, you will look like me, this, that, the other. But you won't because it's physically impossible. You cannot look like him without all the gear. He's on $10,000 worth of fucking Winstrol every month.
His stack of steroids and all the other stuff is on orals is $10,000 a month USD.
And that was like at the start. It's probably
Yeah.
more now.
And he's taking absurd. It was actually a subprimal stack, as some people would say.
It was kind of subprimal. It wasn't even. It was all. But what it was all like stuff that you can get pharmaceutically.
Yeah.
It's like you would. I mean, it was still illegal the way. I assume it was illegal the way he was getting it. But
Yeah.
he wasn't on like Tren or
Nah.
Debo or stuff like that, or Deca. Oh no, he was on Deca.
He was on Deca. But that's all like the minuscule stuff. But it also, that's just wrong. And then I saw him he went on Andrew Schultz's podcast. And then he's coming out saying honest and saying he's happy it's come out and stuff. And then they're like, when was the last time you did testosterone? And he's just like, last Saturday. Actually, no, I did it this morning. And they all just start laughing and stuff. He's like, why can you say that from the start and everything? People are still liking him now because he's owning it. I'm like, what?
So he's owning it.
Yeah. He's just
That
like, I'm glad it's
sucks,
out.
man.
Well, he was lying to his kids too, apparently.
Really?
Yeah. And he's glad like he's just his only minute amount of people like knew about it.
Yeah. Well, in all the emails, it was like super, super meticulously planned.
Yeah.
It was like, I have been doing this diet. He's like, I've been doing this for 30 years. I struggle with certain areas of fat. I'm doing this amount of steroids, this amount of PEDs right now. This is his messages to the trainer. And he's like, I've hired a media team and by such and such time next year, I want to have 1 million followers.
Yeah.
So
that's absurd. And he got it before it.
He got it before it. But in his apology, he's like, I was before social media, I was anonymous and rich. After social media, I'm rich and not anonymous. I never knew any of this was going to happen. And it was like, yes, you did.
He planned it.
You literally planned it meticulously. You had a
To
date
a T.
You had a date of a month that you wanted to have 1 million followers.
Yeah.
You straight up fucking lied. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Have you heard the apology?
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's the dumbest
He's
thing.
naive,
He's trying to
as-
justify it.
Yeah. Those
crazy.
apologies are stupid anyway.
Oh yeah.
But it's also like he's just dumb and bad. And I hate the misleading. Like the same because a lot of his audience would be young kids buying all these liver supplements and stuff. But it sort of like brings me back to like a question in the fitness influencer or even just like movies as well, as it's not right to lie. I think people should just be honest with what they do, and everyone's misled in everything they do and don't know what an attainable physique is naturally. Spitting that out.
Yeah.
Like the main one is like you see all your first one is TikTok. You see all these fit dudes and stuff. You don't know if they're on it or not. If they got that 1% genetics, and then you see movie stars like Chris Hemsworth. He's 100% trend up. And if anyone wants to dispute that, he's 100% on some type of performance enhancing drug.
People like him, The Rock. Like there's so many.
Michael B. Jordan, he's 100% on it.
It's like the only thing is so people. They think, it's like they do have good genetics. They have fucking great genetics. But you got to understand that for them to get in that sort of shape for a movie, they only get about 12 weeks to do it. You cannot do that in 12 weeks naturally. You can't, like, if they go, it was a lot of food, a lot of hard work. You're like, no, it was a lot of fucking injecting stuff. Like, and and the thing about it is why do you think that it is so frowned upon now? Because it's not like people like instantly. If I was to come out and say, I've been injecting tests for the last, I don't know, year, I've been doing this, that, the other. All the boys, all of our mates even, and a lot of people would be like, oh, you're a cheater.
Yeah.
But what am I cheating?
No, you're still doing everything right.
And it's like, hormone therapy is actually very healthy. I mean, stuff
TRT.
like TRT, but I mean, and like HRT and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Tren and like Deca and Debol, all that's pretty fucked. Like Winstrol's not good. Or like Anavar and stuff. They're all fucked for you. But like even just getting on test, people are like, oh, like you're a cheater. And I think it's nothing. Don't want to take away any hard work because like even Liver King, he still works out. Like you don't just take what he's taking and sit down and then look like that.
Yeah.
You have to work so fucking hard, and the food he eats, like
he still eats really well. He does everything right.
So good.
And he tries to get. He's saying he's trying to get his sleep in because he doesn't sleep very well. He's trying to do everything right. Like I'm not taking it away from it. It's just the fact that they lie and they like glorify and they try and make like they say I ate a lot of food and they glorify the process of it. Like this is how you do it. When the process fucking sucks when you're not on steroids. Because you feel like shit all day when you're at work. If like we've been cutting and stuff.
Oh,
if you're
it's
doing
hard,
like that, like you need the performance enhancing supplements in the background so you can function.
Yeah.
Like them on a movie set, they're there for like 15 hours or whatever.
You can't do it.
If they were that lean, like Zac Efron, I'm intrigued about Zac Efron, how lean he was, because he has very good genetics. Do you know for Baywatch? I'm not sure about that.
He's got good genetics, and I remember listening to a thing or maybe watching an interview, and he said he hated it. He said he never ever wants to get that shredded again. But he also definitely would have been taking, I assume, Winstrol, like prescription grade Winstrol, Anavar, because you don't stay, especially how long they shoot for.
Yeah.
You know, you would get really depleted, and your body, you know, you do end up holding water, and there's no way he couldn't have been on something.
It's obviously worse than like the bodybuilder. He was as lean as a lot of bodybuilders.
He would have been sub 6%.
And like they go out on the show for what, half an hour, 45 minutes, and they die after. Like,
dude, some guys pass out.
Yeah, like they die, and he's out on a set for like props to him. But yeah, I don't know. I've just always thought like if there's some kind of benefit to them, like Chris Hemsworth sells his app, which is
so that's a little bit of a tough one, because you know that app got bought for $200 million.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's his face, which is fair enough because he's such a good actor. I love him as an actor in Thor and stuff.
Yeah.
But also his physique is enhanced by something illegal.
So yeah, I think. So his definitely has to be. He in that most recent Thor movie, he was way too big, but like he has really good genetics.
Oh yeah, they're still like top 1% genetics.
I think the one with Chris Hemsworth, it's a bit tricky because I don't think he's come out and said he's natural ever. He's never had to. No one's ever asked if he's on anything, and so it's not like he's lying to anyone. He's just not telling anyone, because the tricky thing is there's on their app. I'm pretty sure there's like Thor workouts. It's like look like Thor, which is a little bit misleading because you can't. Yeah. It's not like, it's just, it's very tough.
Yeah. And then one of the I was like thinking in the personal training industry is like, I've got to look a certain way before I start promoting myself or selling programs or doing stuff.
Now you already look good, bro.
Thanks, man. But like realistically, it doesn't matter. And it's just like your knowledge, what you should be selling, not your physical appearance. Because it has nothing to do with it. Like my brain could have so much, and I could be like a fat slob. Yeah. And I've studied for 10 years and have the best knowledge in the industry, but I just didn't work out. And you kind of have to implement it to an extent, but you just have to look healthy, not heaps good.
I think it is good. You do want to implement it. Yeah, definitely. It's a good idea.
But I don't like the whole misleading thing in the fitness industry. And there's so many like young guys on TikTok, especially, who like tough, claim that, and they're like, they could have the 0.01%. You're never going to know. And it's misleading for the general public. Like we're very like enveloped in the industry and sort of like,
we can kind of tell.
But some people go, oh man, he's looking like so good, man. Like, man.
Yeah. You see, like because I've been trying to cut a bit. I've kind of gotten to the point where it's like, I'm like, man, I don't know if it's like body dysmorphia. It's probably a little bit of body dysmorphia. It's very common. But I've gotten to the point where it's like, man, I need to stop comparing myself to these guys that are like under 10% body fat, because I'm just not going to get there if I want to actually live a life. Yeah. I can't function. Like I would have to, if I wanted to get that low, I would have to, I just lay down all day and like work out once. And then like, you know what I mean? Like you need to...
You can't have a normal life, because I'm doing it. I'm just going to cut during the week, and then weekends I'm just going to cruise.
Yeah, see, that's balance.
Yeah, because
that's what I want to do.
And I was the other day, like at work, I didn't go out a week, and I was like cutting. And I think my calories were really low, like 2.2 or something the day before. And Monday morning, I felt like worse than a hangover at work. Yeah, because I just had no energy, and I was moving mulch, and I was like, what is wrong with me here?
Yeah, you're like, what? Is it not worth it, eh?
And I had my snacks in the car, and I just had to eat them like an hour after breakfast, because I was like, I have no energy. I ate my my crackers and apples and stuff, and I was just like, and I got through like another hour and a half. I was like, fucking hell, this is fucked.
Yeah, right.
But
do you see the thing? See if I'm doing something, then I don't know what. His photographer must have said something to me. He goes, "Oh, nah, man, I'm as natty as Liver King." Yeah, it's pretty fucking funny. People make so many memes about that guy.
Yeah, but I don't know. The only thing from that is, I guess just do your own journey and be healthy. You don't necessarily have to look a certain way. Yeah, and be happy with like the process of becoming healthy, not looking. Like even what we do with like the no sugar drinks, no calorie drinks and stuff.
Yeah, don't drink your calories.
But no, they're not good for you either. Like in the scheme of fitness, they're good to look good. Yeah. But in the scheme of like your health, your heart health, they're really bad for you.
They're just hunger tamers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But no, I was just saying, like, don't always believe what you see on the internet, because like people like Liver King and stuff. If anyone who bought you supplements, I feel bad for you.
Yeah, fuck.
All right, Jake. I feel like that was the quickest 45 minutes the listeners have ever listened to ever.
You guys are looking at your phone thinking, shit, we're already an hour into work.
Oh.
45 minutes into work. Let's go.
The drive to work, I'm already here.
Oh, we're here.
What the
Sorry,
hell?
we don't want to make the drive go quick.
Yeah.
'Cause that, the drive's good. You're chilling. We want the day to go quick.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, well, but hopefully we set you up for a good day.
But you can set the rest of the day up right now, Jake, with a bit of advice for the listeners.
All right, all I got to say is, coming back right off that last segment, is honesty is the best policy. And, just live an honest life and, you'll be happier. You ain't nothing to stress about.
Completely agree. All situations.
It'll be good.
Yeah.
So thanks for listening, guys.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.